cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut. Welcome to the top cut.
Today's episode is brought to you by Gem Accessories. Gem Accessories is one of the leading accessory manufacturers within the trading card game space. Known for their deck boxes, Gem also has an amazing lineup of binders, backpacks, and more. Some of our personal favorites include the new KLRZ Icons deck boxes, the Secrets binder, and the Jaguar and Puma backpacks. But don't just take it from us, check out some of these reviews on screen. For all these amazing products and more, be sure to check out Gem Accessories using the link in the description down below or on Twitter at XGemAccessories. Again, the description down below or on Twitter at XGemAccessories. Hello, everybody, and welcome into today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. My name is Sunny. I'm here with my co-host Caleb.
Hello.
And our good friend and acquaintance Patty.
Hello.
He's here. He's around.
I'm bad at Yu-Gi-Oh!
You're not bad at Yu-Gi-Oh!
Prove it.
You're better than us.
No,
That doesn't mean much.
I was about to be mean.
that
I was about to
doesn't
be
mean
mean
much.
for no reason.
That doesn't mean a whole lot.
I was about to bully and I just got here.
It's okay. You can bully Caleb. It's fine. So,
I'm used to it.
I bully Caleb way more than I should. So, Patty is a friend of ours. He goes to our locals up at Steelfox Games. So, again, huge shout out to Steelfox Games. And Patty, before we get too far in, do you have any sponsors or any plugs you want to do? Any friends, testing groups, whatever?
Yeah, shout outs to my Yu-Gi-Oh! Sponsor, Pandemonium Gaming, out in New Orleans. Also to the YouTube channel that I formerly was a part of. Whatever. It's a whole thing. No drama. But
Sure.
Top Tier Gaming YGO, check them out, or check him out as well.
Yep.
And Steelfox Games in Shreveport. That's my locals.
For sure. So I also do want to thank all of our sponsors. So a huge thank you, of course, to Gem Accessories as well as Millennium Threads. And a huge thank you to Steelfox Games and ETB Games. And of course, be sure to check out our Dragon Shield affiliate link in the description down below. So with all that said, also, of course, thank you to our patrons. We'll read off the names at the end. I promise. I won't forget this time. So, of course, let's go ahead and get on into the episode. So, Patty, we've had you on the show actually before, but it was a long time ago. We were a good bit smaller at the time. We weren't minuscule. I mean, we were minuscule, and we still
Compared
are.
to now.
Well, we are still
Y'all
minuscule.
are big leagues now. You're casting regionals and stuff. now,
Well,
man.
okay.
Come
Well, I
on.
mean, that doesn't make me big leagues. That
Hey,
makes...
they had you up there with House of Champs. That's about as big as they come.
Well, yeah, but that's just because I know John, and John's cool people.
Listen, Sonny's just humble. He's honestly one step under Farfa now. That's just how it is.
That's a bold statement that I don't know that I would necessarily agree with.
One day.
One day, yeah,
One day.
sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Next
Yeah.
Tuesday. That's the day.
I like the way you think.
Bold prediction.
Also, I do want to remind everybody that I will be at YCS London. If you see me, be sure to come up and say hey. We are gonna hopefully have an episode going out still on Tuesday for sure, and we're gonna think long and hard about next Friday's episode. I'm not gonna guarantee an episode next Friday because I need to pack and get up early to go catch my flight to London Thursday morning, which we record on Wednesdays. So I don't know yet, and there for sure won't be an episode the following Tuesday because I won't be back in time to record.
Yeah.
So we might miss an episode or two. I'm not 100% set in stone on that. I might leave it up to Caleb if Caleb wants to find a guest and record and push out a podcast.
I mean, I have nowhere to record outside of here.
That's true. I do have the studio in my house.
He's
And
just
like-
got to break in.
And like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
it's not difficult to break into my house. I've done it a bunch of times.
Yeah. And like, yeah, I could just do it at my computer, but I got way too much going on in the background and around me where it's just not feasible.
Yeah. That's fair. So I don't know. We'll play around with it. We'll see. Oh, it would be very funny to just get like two or three people that we trust to just record a whole episode and just have a guest upload.
Oh, yeah.
A guest upload actually sounds kind of awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Patty,
Have
do me a
them
favor,
pretend to
talk
be us.
Right? You see where that newer is right there?
Yeah, you got to talk on the side of it.
I'm sorry. I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, like have them impersonate us.
That would be very funny. That would be amazing. So, I wanted to talk a little bit with you about some recent regionals and things of that sort, your experiences and kind of your observations on the format. Now, I know that you would not classify yourself as a pro player or anything like that.
I'm a pro. I'm a professional.
You're professional.
I'm a professional.
Now, but you do play a ton, right? Yeah. You go to every regional you can get around to. You're going to be at YCS LA.
Yep.
Los Angeles.
Gonna be at LA.
So, I do want to get your opinions on the format, and we'll kind of see where everything lies. So, recently we had the Houston regional. Before that, I think there was one in
Shreveport.
Shreveport.
Shreveport was the last one before that, at least in the South.
Okay, so that was a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So we have a couple of events to go through and talk about. So why don't you walk us through kind of what you think about the format right now? How do you feel like it? Do you like it? Yes or no? Hi.
I like the format right now. I think it's pretty fair. Outside of the Kashtira locking 10 and the branded expulsion stuff with Gimmick Puppet, I think the format is pretty healthy. There's definitely some things that could be better, as is Yu-Gi-Oh! There's always something that could be fixed.
Sure.
But right now, I think the mid-range version of Cash, where you basically play it like Zodiac back in the day, is pretty fair Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Macrocosmos on legs can be annoying for some decks, but there are plenty of things that out it, you know? But
as someone playing Naturia Runic, it's an L.
yeah, it is pretty rough, especially if I open double lance every game.
Yeah. Oh,
Jesus.
we were testing earlier. He's helping me learn the deck. It's rough.
Yep.
I won't say that the real reason you're here is that you could bring me the Runic stuff, but you know.
It's like 60-40.
Yeah.
60-40. That's about fair.
It worked out good though.
I didn't know I was gonna be on camera, so I look a little bummy, but you know.
It's okay. Right. To be fair, the YouTube represents about 5% of our audience.
That's 5% that have a vision of me now, and that's scary. I feel like talking about it is drawing attention to it, so that's probably not my best move.
People are gonna leave the audio version on Spotify, go straight to YouTube now.
Hey,
when you do go to YouTube,
traffic.
be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Hit the bell too.
Absolutely.
So you get notified when new episodes come out.
Absolutely. Did you know that the bell is actually more important for your YouTube channel than the subscribe by a lot?
Yeah, it's actually ridiculous. Like just the fact that it'll typically give notifications. I know there was some times where wasn't working correctly, but hopefully they got that sorted out.
Yeah, it's insane. I've been messing around a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go back into this. So tell us more about the format. What do you think?
So there's like 4 decks that I think are like the best decks that you could be playing.
Sure.
Which is Cash, I think is probably, or is maybe the best deck. I don't know. It doesn't really feel good to say that, having played it for 2 regionals.
Sure.
It doesn't feel like it's the most oppressive deck. There's Branded, very strong deck, has Expulsion, does standard Mirror Jade Pass stuff. It's pretty strong. Labyrinth, trap deck. There's in every good Yu-Gi-Oh format, there's one trap deck that's going to annoy me, and I guess that's the one this time.
Dude, is it bad that I almost get more annoyed by Trap Tricks than I do Labyrinth?
Yeah, Floodgate Trap Hole is a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yeah,
that does have a.
We're still out here complaining about Floodgates.
When Trap Tricks are out here saying Holatea.
Yeah.
What a custom card, by the way. That is, bro, everything they put out for that deck, I read it and I was like, this is just fake. This can't be real. Yeah, Konami's out here giving us everything.
This is like too customly made specifically for them. And it's...
Absolutely.
So when did they let Aaron come in and design those cards?
Yeah.
Hey, they must have snuck him out to Japan at some time because those are perfectly made for that deck. Honestly. It's ridiculous. Like Ping as well. Don't get me started. Each one of those cards is custom. Outside of those, there's also Sprite, which I think is probably the 4th deck. It won the Lima, right?
Yeah, it got 1st and 2nd at Lima.
Yeah, it got 1st and 2nd at Lima, but like it was a really small YCS all in all. Do you remember how many people it was?
600 on the nose.
Yep.
Yeah, 600 on the nose. The Houston regional that we just had was 550.
566.
Yeah, 566. And like I feel like that was more of a better representation of what the format is. If you look at the top 8, it doesn't have Salamangrade in it.
Okay, so to be fair, I think it was less the salad engine and more the adventure engine.
Oh yeah, the adventure engine was putting in work. Because I remember a while back I was testing a Brave Salad list back when Adventure Dragon Link was a thing. When they had snow and everything.
Okay.
But Yeah, it's not really a new concept, but they definitely used it as good as they could. Like it definitely did the job on the day, which is all you can really ask for.
Well, that's just like you saw both of the Sprite decks were the adventure variants of Sprite. And
Yep.
I think the reason that is that as more people go to Arise Heart Pass,
Yep.
it makes the deck much, much more susceptible to the adventure bounce.
Yeah, Dracoback is an insane card. Like that card is ridiculous.
Yeah, if you don't see Forbidden Lance, it
Yeah,
will end
kill
your
you.
day.
It will. You will die. It's just how it is. That was I talked about the 4, I think. Yeah.
You said Sprite, Kashtira,
Labyrinth,
yeah.
and Branded.
Branded,
I
yeah,
talked about
you
Branded
did
a
talk
little bit.
about them, yeah.
I feel like that deck doesn't need much explanation. Like it kind of just.
It's been
is-
here for a year.
Yeah, they got 2 new cards and they barely use them.
Yeah.
Or 3 new cards, Cartesia, the 2 fusions.
Yeah.
The point being, like, it's still just a solid deck. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it other than Expulsion. I was super excited to play the Branded or the Bestial version before the Expulsion stuff got popular with Gimmick Puppet.
Right.
Like that version was like really cool. It was doing like unique stuff that Branded wasn't really known for. Like it was actually comboing off and like making pretty interesting boards. And now it's just kind of reverted to, all right, I'm gonna Mirror Jade, set Expulsion, tribute it, Floodgate, and then I'm gonna kill you on my turn, which is kind of,
Rough.
yeah, that's a light way to put it.
It's cringe.
When you get hit by it, it's like, well, I didn't feel good. That wasn't exactly a fun way to play Yu-Gi-Oh. But yeah, I think the format, other than like specifically those 2 things being the Expulsion and the Lock 10 combo, it's a pretty good format all in all. There's a decent amount of rogue decks. Like Math Mech is very good right now.
Sure. Yeah, give me some rogue decks that you think are really good. Really good. Unheralded maybe even.
Math Mech's very good. Drytron, if you have like tactics and thrust in your deck, has a pretty good matchup into cash. Like they have a lot of good power 1-ofs that can just end your day.
Sure.
I lost to 2 of those at Houston back to back. They were 2 different versions entirely. And I know there are like 3 to 4 versions you can play of it. There's like the turn skip. There's the Vanity's Fiend plus the Magic Key dude with the counter trap. There's like a Herald version. And then there's the I think I just said all of them and I just blanked. Either way, yeah, there's a bunch of different ways you can play Tron right now. It's just a solid deck.
For sure.
I mean, one spicy tech that I've seen once.
Oh yeah,
It was enough. Was Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. I was like, I actually went on TCG Player immediately and got it. Do y'all have a TCG code yet? The affiliate link?
We do have a TCG Player affiliate link, but we're not pushing anybody to it right now until TCG Player decides they want to stop union busting.
Oh, hey, actually, you know what? Good point. I forgot about that. Yeah, unionize. It's good for you.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna say we're gonna stand with the TCG
No,
Player.
absolutely.
But do
Absolutely.
not unionize. That'd be bad. They're all the same.
I was about to say
that's Caleb.
I almost got started on a little political rant there. Let's simmer down. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh no, we had an episode where we started off with that, and I went on a 15-minute rant about unionizing.
Good.
Yeah, no.
The more information there's out there about unions, the better it'll be.
So
I've said this before. I'm a union worker.
So after we recorded that episode, I realized what I should have done. About 5 minutes in the rant, I should have just went
Just fade out.
and then just stand there like that the whole time.
I stand with our troops.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
Boy, he was monologuing.
Yeah, dude. I literally went on like it was like a 15-minute rant. We actually had our editor put in a thing in the video where it was like, skip to this if you don't want to hear about unions.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
Oh, hey, look. Oh, never mind.
I almost had our editor put in Subway Surfer footage.
get the TikTok audience locked in.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
definitely.
What are some other cool decks? I know you mentioned Drytron, you mentioned Math Mech. Is there anything else that's speaking to you?
I've seen a decent amount of Dragon Link popping up. That deck's really cool. It's still doing just Dragon Link things, but it has Bestial cards, which a friend of ours at the Houston Regional, he was playing Sprite, and he set up the Mannequin Cat combo, and he goes double cross to bring back the little turtle that's a floodgate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, Chainlink 1, Magnum, target. Chainlink 2, Jerusalem, target. Chainlink 3, Baldrake, target. Chainlink 4, Serenir, target. He just summoned out 4 Bistals and just punched over his whole board. I was like, that's just brutal, bro. That was just not. You were never gonna win it. That's just how it is.
Man, talk about a gorilla fist way of winning.
Absolutely. He was out here getting 2,500 beats in. I was
That's
like, that
insane.
that is rough. I was like, that's a one way to go down.
Wow.
Yeah, it was the 4-card combo.
So, let me ask you, what about Sword Soul? I know that I'm a big Sword Soul believer, and I know that we had talked about it a little bit before this episode.
Yeah.
Do you legitimately think Sword Soul is a good deck, or even,
Yep.
you know?
That was the next deck that I was talking about. I think Sword Soul is very good. Its worst matchup is definitely Cash, I think, without having personally tested it. A friend of mine plays it, and we extensively test it against Cash. Vishuda clears a large portion of the meta. Like, he just bounces, and it's ridiculous. If you open Vishuda plus like any other Tenyi, you can usually bounce it, which is crazy.
You should be able to do that to just handle a Rise Heart, right?
Yeah, like if they just go a Rise Heart pass, you just Vishuda bounce it. It's like,
And then kill them.
yeah, if they have nothing else, you can at least Vishuda bounce it. I mean, that's pretty solid.
I mean, even if they go Zone Lock turn 0, most of the time they're going Spell Trap.
Yeah.
And Sword Soul doesn't really care like that much about that.
And then, like, even if you really needed to, you could still just Vishuda bounce the Shangri-Ira and...
Yeah, and unlock.
And if they're, like... Plus, you can... The Zone Lock is kind of weird right now. Like, I feel like going into 250th, like, whichever one you go to, there's going to be mind games happening where because the Lock 9 combo, or Lock 10, whatever you want to call it, is falling off, like, people aren't doing it, there are going to be people cutting Nibiru from their deck entirely. Like, I know I haven't gone to a regional with it in my deck in a while. Most of the people that I've been testing with aren't playing it. And I'm like, if I'm really feeling it, I'm just going to roll up and say, you better have Nibiru in your deck, or like main deck Kaijus or something like that. Because otherwise, I'm just going to lock 10 again. Like, there's nothing stopping me.
So why aren't we calling the Lock 9 or Lock 10 combo the Trump combo? Lock them up.
I am a nonpartisan.
We could call it the prison combo.
Oh,
Lock them
no.
up.
This is a for-profit prison combo. This is my for-profit prison combo. And that's just what we're doing.
Oh.
Let's start talking about for-profit prison complexes. Right now, it was unions last time. Now it's prison
Now it's
infrastructure.
prison.
Jesus.
Let's get heavy.
On the back half of the episode, you can tune in to find out about Ronald Reagan in the 80s.
Find out what he did for inner city communities.
Yeah, I was gonna
One of the
say
American
something-
greats.
I was gonna say something along the lines of like, spoiler alert, it wasn't great, but it's just not necessary.
Bro, trust me, it'll trickle down, dude. It's gonna trickle down. It's trickling.
It's trickling.
It's trickling
It's
right
trickling,
now. Right
bro.
now, it's trickling. Trust me, it's working.
Boy, if y'all don't stop, it'll start trickling down my leg.
No,
take
it
a
only
break.
does that for the Republicans when you talk about Reagan.
Oh yeah, look.
Caleb liked that one.
Okay, back on to Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. I don't even remember what we were talking about, honestly.
Sword Soul's good.
Yeah, Sword Soul good.
Oh no, whether or not it's worth it to go for the Trump combo.
Yeah. So it's like 50-50 on whether or not I'm gonna roll up and just force people to have Nibiru in their deck or not. I don't know. I don't know what's correct right now. to be
Well,
honest.
Nibiru, Kaijus, Mr.
Yeah,
Brawl, or...
it's like
Golem.
you gotta have a main deck. If you got a main deck, or I'm just gonna sneak out a game 1 and then game 2, 3. Just go
Yeah.
back to doing the standard make 4 pass.
Right. Man, I voice
Because
cracked
like
there.
most of the cards they're putting in other than Nibiru already hit me. So like, if Nibiru's out of your main, I might as well lock your spell traps and then
Right.
so you better have it.
Yeah, just go like go for that easy game 1 and then
Yeah.
actually go try to play Yu-Gi-Oh games 2 and 3.
Yep, that was one of the disappointing things about the 3v3. I know Dom's list wasn't made to do that specifically. It was just games 1 and 3. I think he won 1 and 3.
Yeah,
Either
he
way,
did.
whatever ones he did the full lock on, it just kind of gave people a bad image of the deck. Where like that they had the image that's
Yeah,
all
there
it
was a
can do.
huge main phase 2 Nibiru in game 2 that ended
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah,
People don't really mention that.
yeah. It's like
yeah.
he just happened to have it in that game, and it was just on stream, so people were like, this is all it does, whenever in reality most of the time it's played like a mid-range deck with prep, and it's a really interesting way of playing it. Like, it doesn't feel as oppressive.
So you're a big cash believer, right? You enjoy you actually enjoy the deck.
Oh, I adore cash. I think it's fun. I know I'm probably gonna catch some flack for that. I'm accepting my fate. After coming out of tier format, where a lot of the times you could have some really interesting games. Like, I enjoyed that format too. I'm not trying to say one's better than the other, but in the tier format, a lot of the games you could have really enjoyable stuff. But there are a lot of times where you can feel like you were playing better, and that maybe you were better. I'm not trying to get egotistical here, but you could mill 10 and they could hit everything and you hit nothing. And it's just like,
Cringe.
all right, I guess I'm just going to lose this game because now I'm getting locked by different stuff. But that's not really the point. I just really enjoy the way that Cash plays right now, at least the mid-range version. They could ban Diablosis right now, and I would be completely happy with the deck and still play it exactly the way I am right now.
Right.
Because I don't think... At the regional, I went for the lock once out of 10 rounds. Like, all of my games went to game 3, I think.
Sure.
Or no, whatever. Enough of my games went to game 3.
Well, I was gonna say minimum 20 games.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I went for it once. I made Diablosis twice. One of it was because my opponent was at enough where I could just banish their entire deck off of his effect, which frankly has come up for me more like in testing, where we'll start breaking each other's boards, and then I'll have done the Arise thing, and I'll check their banish. I'm like, oh, you got 15 face down cards? I'm just gonna banish 15 off the top of your deck. That sounds pretty fun. And then he's just chilling there. But you know, I'm personally an advocate for Diablosis getting banned, and then I think the deck is close to being fair. To being fair. Like, Fenrir probably needs to get hit. I wouldn't be really opposed to that. But actually I would be. I just got my 3rd ulti. Let's not hit Fenrir. Let me at least get some mileage out of him. We're purely here for marketing purposes.
Oh, absolutely.
What's good, YouTube?
It's your boy.
So, overall, do you think that... Look, I mean, I'll just ask you, do you think that this format is better than the previous issues with tier format?
I think it's more diverse. I don't know if it's necessarily better. I think at the high end it's worse, but for like a casual level, I know my locals kind of fell apart.
Every locals did.
Yeah, it just felt like everybody, like, so for us, I had the deck, and we had one other person had it, or no, 2 other people. Nobody really played it locally, but everybody in our group chats was like, yeah, I just don't feel like playing against tier. It's like, none of us played it locally. Like, the last regional I went to in that format, I took Buster Blader. Like, I took Bestial Buster Blader and got an invite with it. Like,
that's sick.
I feel, yeah, it was kind of crazy. But the format, like, at the high end is probably worse right now. Like, it probably feels worse to play if you're one of the people like traveling to everything. Like, it's
I would
not
imagine something about that is something to do with the variance of the format, right?
Yeah, like, you can never guarantee what you're gonna play against.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Well, except for me, I can guarantee that my round 1's going to be flu.
Dude, every tournament, that's not even a joke.
Yeah.
This Houston, flu. Shreveport, flu. Every locals we go to, flu.
Yep. Game 1.
Birds.
Yeah, round 1 for me, always the birds.
Even as far back as like this time last year.
Yeah.
It's insane. I've never seen anything like it.
It's
I
just
don't even have to
consistency.
ask him what his first round matchup was anymore. I walk up and I go, how are the birds? You're like, they 2-0'd me. It's every time.
Well, okay, so like, and it's weird because I either 2-0 them or they 2-0 me. There is no in between using the same deck.
Yeah. There's never a game 3.
I don't get it. To be fair,
it's just cursed.
at the times I did get a 2-0. I won game 1, like the last time. I got game 1 naturally, and then I just flipped Imperial Iron Wall, and they just said I can't play.
Yeah, that'll do it. It just says,
that's all it takes
"No,
usually.
Stop.
And that was the last time I played again. I actually 2-0'd Flu, which was... Actually, I want to say that was at the Steelfox.
Yeah, I
regional.
think it was
The
at the
Shreveport
Steelfox regional. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was. Which was a great regional. It's a lot of fun. Shout out to
definitely,
Steelfox.
definitely.
I'm just going to keep saying that as long as I have this camera.
Shout out my favorite streamer, Tinception.
Yo,
He'll
yo.
know. Yeah. I don't think the format's necessarily bad. I'm sure there are a lot of doomers that are saying it is, but
I'm enjoying this format a lot. to
yeah,
be
like
honest.
other than the two things, the expulsion and the lock 10, I don't have any problems with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You, Caleb?
Oh no, I'm also enjoying this format. Yes, I am playing a floodgate heavy trap deck. I personally prefer the non-floodgate.
Labyrinth enjoyer.
Yeah, I personally prefer the
Cringe.
more combo version of Labyrinth, where they don't really run any floodgates, but it's like the fastest trap deck ever produced.
Oh yeah, like the normal traps, like the reactive stuff.
Yeah.
And just like I'm just gonna set a normal trap on you turn 0 going second and activate it.
Cuckoo clock goes crazy.
Bro, I have like back when I was on that deck against Sonny, I've literally going second deburied him turn 0.
That's the reason I'm not playing
That's
Sword
crime.
Soul.
That's a crime.
That's the actual reason.
that
I'm
is a
not playing
synchro hate crime.
That's the actual reason I'm not playing Sword Soul. I want to just be able to summon Naturia Barkion and auto win that matchup.
Pass.
But and the funniest part about that though is that about half the time for me, more than half the time for me anyway, I whiff completely and there's no normal traps in the top 3.
But like, you know.
But hey,
Sometimes.
now I can guarantee I can draw that judgment.
Yeah. So, I would also like to ask you, what do you think? I would love to get a breakdown. What do you think top 8 is going to be at YCS Los Angeles?
Huh.
You can either do LA, London, or Bogota, or you can do all 3. Because we all know it's going to be 3 extremely
Yeah, it's gonna be
different top
Yeah, it's gonna be
8s.
three different cookie. What are they called? Pie charts? I said cookie
Yeah.
charts. Yeah, pie charts. Oh Lord. I think here is gonna have, or excuse me, LA is gonna have, let's say 2 cash, 2 branded, 1 sprite, 1 labyrinth. Is that 8?
That's 6.
6. And then let's say a math mech and 1 rogue deck that I'm not even gonna try to pick. Just something weird is gonna sneak in. That's
It always does.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like something
Especially
weird's
these
gonna
wide
sneak
open
in.
formats.
Yeah,
You know what?
because this one is pretty wide open. Like I don't think.
I'm just gonna throw a random rogue deck out there,
Okay.
Unchained.
If they had their support, they definitely could.
Oh, yeah.
That support is ridiculous.
It's
Like,
insane.
it's actually crazy. Like the amount of stuff that deck.
Okay.
can do.
Oh, yeah,
wait,
no,
wait.
the new
You
stuff.
picked LA. I'll pick London since I'm going. Caleb, you get to pick YCS.
Oh, you get the
Bogota.
hardest one. That one is gonna be wild.
Bogota,
Colombia.
Colombia.
Another South American one.
Unless you think you'd rather do London.
No.
No. Okay. London, I'll say 3 cash.
Okay, that's fair.
1, the other one, Despia.
Branded. Yeah.
1 branded, right? 1 Sword Soul, that's me.
Oh, I was one of the cash in mine.
Yeah. 1 Sprite,
Okay.
and then I have 2 left. 1 Labyrinth, which is pretty much the same as yours so far.
Yeah.
And I had a really, really funny one for the last spot.
Oh, Plunder. Plunder might be my last one.
Oh, wait, actually,
That's another good rogue deck.
I'm
Going
going
back
to
to
go
that.
down 1 cash, up 1 Plunder.
Yeah, that deck's cool. If you're good at Plunder, you can take some souls.
And it's a European one. So are we thinking like Guru gets in? Or
Just one of the most turn it off, flip them up type of decks.
I'll say Nat Runic as my 8th.
Nat Runic, that's a good choice. I think Nat Runic is very solid. You just
Okay.
have to play perfectly. All right,
Okay.
Bogota. This
Okay,
is
so
where the
Bogota?
spice comes in.
I'm thinking 2 cash,
Okay.
Sure.
1 branded,
Okay.
Sure.
lab,
Sure.
Okay.
trap trick.
Okay.
That's a good point. Trap
That's a
Trick
really good pick
definitely
there.
could be. Yeah.
That's a good
yeah,
pick.
I completely
Knowing
blanked on.
knowing what little I know about South America's about the South American Yu-Gi-Oh meta,
YCS, yeah.
YCS meta stuff. I would also probably say Sword Soul. I'm drawing a blank. I already had the list in my head.
Yeah,
I'm
I
drawing a
had
blank.
I had
I'm
my
halfway
8th one in
through.
my head too,
It
and I
just went
completely
away.
whiffed it.
Oh no, I got like 2 more. And then I'm going to say Sprite Live Twin.
Oh, specifically. Okay.
Okay.
Specifically Live Twin
Okay.
Sprite.
I went way less brave with mine. I didn't pick a
mine was
particular
just
one.
generic.
And for the last one, I'm gonna say Plunder.
I was gonna say Flower Guardians.
I was gonna say Eldritch because it's South
Bro.
America.
Eldritch,
bro.
yeah.
It's South America.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no, there's going. I don't know why I didn't think about that. There's going to be an Eldritch player in
Yeah.
top 8. There always is. So, funny thing about Flower Guardians is it's a Gamba deck, and if you
If you win the Gamba, you're going.
yeah, 777 jackpot, you're good to go.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Oh, I don't
can't
think.
read
I don't know.
that.
Let me read it.
Okay. There's something popped up on the camera and it spooked me. I don't know what it says.
Stopped automatically.
How long has it been recording? It might have an auto cutoff.
29 minutes.
Yeah,
It's been
they
recording
usually-
30.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Hey, restart the video, Caleb.
Is this staying in?
Hit it again.
Is this staying in?
Oh yeah, this is staying in.
Okay. Well, since the camera's off. 1 second. I'm hitting my crack pipe.
It's not.
Okay, I'm gonna try. Give us a second, folks.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Oh, the editor's gonna have a blast with this.
Just be sure to give him another clap.
So, editor, while this is happening, can you put a clip of a monkey dancing? And I'm going to give you some suggestions for things to overlay on top of said monkey dancing.
Okay, well, see, here's the thing. We're back.
Oh,
Oh
well,
man.
you can turn the monkey dancing off now.
I don't know, Caleb.
Dancing monkey is back.
I just hit the record button, and it started
I
recording.
hit the record button and it just was like, just staring at me.
Okay, well, we're gonna give it another clap for our editor.
Dancing monkey is gone.
Okay, so anyway. The old man.
Yeah, from the old
Six Flags commercial.
commercials.
Yeah. That's crazy though that the camera just stops recording at 30 minutes. I wish it didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably a setting somewhere we can mess with.
It's either a
Dude.
setting or you have to have it plugged into like a bigger hard drive.
Ooh, maybe.
Ooh.
Because I know for my camera, whenever it was recording, I had a limit where it would just shut off.
I'm gonna have to see if I can figure that out because
Yes.
Yeah.
as it turns out, I don't know how to work that camera.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's growing pains.
Yeah.
It's growing pains with something that we don't get to mess with every single day.
Yeah.
Actually, I can mess with it every single day. I just haven't been.
He would rather just test Naturia, which is
Yeah.
fair. Camilla
Yeah.
effect.
So
I mess with it, but I'm at home.
yeah, I can send it home with you.
No.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to be responsible for that. Oh, never mind. Your household is insane. I don't want to get him broken.
Exactly.
I
It
don't wanna get
will
him
be broken, and it will not be my fault.
That's true, actually. I can't fault you for that. So, what are we going to say is going to be the final deck? What's going the distance at each event? Patty, you're in charge of LA.
Like what wins it?
Yeah. What's going the distance? What's going to win the event? 17 rounds, maybe 18.
Since I'm gonna win, I'm gonna call cash.
All right, Caleb, what's winning Bogota?
Since you're winning that.
Listen. Yeah, listen. It's going to be that insane player who's still on Eldritch and has been on Eldritch since the deck came out. It's
Dragon
going
is
to
a
be
good
that
card.
madman.
I'd respect it, honestly.
Or mad woman. I don't know.
Mad person.
Mad person.
Mad individual.
Mad first. What? Never mind.
Individual of insanity.
I'm going to say winner of YCS London.
It's obviously going to be Naturia Renick, right? It's going to be you.
It's either Nature, Runic, or Sword Soul. I haven't picked which deck I'm going to play yet. It's one of those two, probably. Wouldn't that be something?
That would
Yeah.
be crazy. Just full call it. Just send it.
Yeah.
Dude, calling my shot right now.
2 weeks ahead.
I'm
or a
going
week
to play
ahead.
Sword Soul, and I'm going to win
gonna win it.
YCS London.
I'm winning. It's just done.
You're just standing there like, how did I get here?
Dude, I'm not going to lie to you. If something insane like that happens and I go all the way, I'm going to stand there.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just stand there in the finals like, I don't know how I got here.
But I called it.
Yeah.
I'm a man of my word.
Oh, no, like you're standing there like this, just holding the trophy and card, just like,
Yeah, like,
My
I
bad.
wonder if they're ever going to notice.
that I'm not supposed to be up here.
I'm actually a penguin.
I'm actually just 3 penguins in a trench coat.
Yeah. When are they going to notice?
I don't know what sounds penguins make. I just made a goose sound.
actually think it's kind of a.
So, Patty, are you gonna come down all the time and just be a regular on the podcast? This was an entertaining episode so far.
Bro, you throw me gas money, I'm down here. Throw me gas money, I'm down.
Buy the house 2 doors down from me.
I'm broke. That's why I need gas money. I wouldn't ask for gas money if I could buy a house.
About that.
Feel that.
You don't need money to buy a house. You just need a good credit score.
I don't have credit.
Oh, well, that's something you need to start working on.
Yeah.
Anybody that's above 18 years old, you should be working on your credit right now.
Bro, I'm lazy. I just throw money at my problems.
Okay, here's the solution though. If you're every time you order something on TCG Player, order it on a credit card and then immediately pay the credit card off.
Not on TCG Player though.
If you order something on
Right
eBay.
Not on TCG Player until they fix their problems.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
so
order
eBay.
something from Troll and Toad, just put it on the credit card.
Make sure you got to be extra near mint.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a-
Pack fresh.
Pack
yeah,
fresh.
Yeah, so that way it comes like
Mod play.
Yeah.
mod play at
Mod play.
best.
Yeah. When
That
you
Troll
order
and
something off
that
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Troll and Toad
Card-
sponsorship is struggling now.
Yeah. When you order something off Yu-Gi-Oh! Cardprices.com, you just gotta be sure to.
When you order
know.
something off of Amazon.com,
Oh, you know what's funny? I was talking to a vendor, and Amazon made up like 70% of their sales.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if
like
you're
the
a
Amazon-
vendor.
Yeah, Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon puts in work if you're a vendor.
Yeah.
Because
it might be because people are like, well, I'm gonna grab this, while I'm already buying this other stuff.
Yep.
I'll grab this Yu-Gi-Oh!
And a lot of the people buying on Amazon are less informed, so like they just don't know
Yeah.
about TCG Player, eBay, or any of that. They're
That's
just
fair.
like, I know what Amazon does. I can type in the card I'm looking for, buy it there.
Yeah,
always-
so that actually is a real thing. So, for example, on our Amazon wish list for the podcast, I mean, we don't have a TCG Player wish list, right? So, like, I put some singles on there, like Ulti Veilers. They're like 1.5 times the price they are on TCG.
Yeah, I mean,
Ulti Warnings, same thing. They're like Ulti Warnings on Amazon are like $70.
oh my.
They're for like a light play. For like a near mint unlim on TCG is like 40.
Look, they're getting that bag, I guess.
But you know what? The fees are actually not that much different.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a guy at a regional a while back, and he said that he doesn't sell at the regional, but he sells online.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he doesn't post anything to DCG Player.
Yeah.
He only posts to Amazon.
Might as well.
If you're like a single man operation, it's probably better just to go through like Facebook marketplaces and maybe
Yeah.
Amazon. I don't know too much about that.
He's a
but, like,
single man operation. He runs on Amazon.
I mean, hey, if he can get the bag that way, get the bag.
Yeah, he said
Respect it.
he said he makes like 200 sales a month on Amazon,
Whew.
and he sells like the markup isn't like he doesn't mark them up quite as high as other Amazon sellers.
Yeah.
That way he's always the best one.
Yeah.
And it's just he said the money's just way easier on Amazon.
That's fair. Shout out Bezos.
Yeah, and if they have an issue, they go through Amazon, not through him.
Yeah. Oh, that would probably be the nicest part. It's just easier
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, Amazon's
Less-
just so big of a company, they just have to do that.
Yeah, they'll just let him deal with it.
Yeah. So I also wanted to go ahead and we have a couple podcast questions of the day.
Heck yeah.
What needlessly expensive card with a single printing needs a reprint to remove its price tag?
Mudon from the what's it called?
The Rika card?
The Rika card.
That was the other card that I
Mudon.
wanted to put in top 8 at London.
Oh, Rika. Honestly,
That was the other deck
back before the Nationals format, I think.
of last year.
Yeah, but no. The Power of the Elements format pre Ishizu stuff and pre Darkwing.
Pre-dabble, yeah.
Yeah, pre Dabble.
Pote format. Actual Pote format.
Rika was the best deck. You cannot convince me otherwise. That deck was absolutely bonkers.
Absolutely.
That deck was insane. Like, there's a reason it did so well at the YCS or at the Nationals thing.
It won Nationals.
Yeah, it won a Nationals.
Euros. It won
yeah,
Euros.
Yeah.
like that deck was ridiculous.
Yeah.
and just nobody knew about it because it was a waifu deck, which fair. But you know, the deck was still
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like Con is a stupid card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a combination of like the people who would have played it and done successfully were either on a different deck because they wanted to be
Yeah.
priced out of the deck because it
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Glamour was like $60. Teardrop was like 50, 60.
or
Yeah.
didn't want to be that guy with a waifu deck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Mudon's a good one. Caleb, do you have a card that's just like needlessly expensive? Mine, personally, is still Rite of Aramis here. Like, it's been out over a year.
It also doesn't
Yeah.
have a reprint yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that was the card I was gonna say was Aero
okay.
Masira actually.
Yep.
Do you have a different one, Caleb?
No, not off the top of my head.
I can only think of a third.
I'll just say it doesn't have like it has like 4 printings or 3 printings, but I would like another sunflower printing, please.
The Nibiru Sunflower?
Yeah.
It just got a common like 3 months
A year ago.
Is that how long the Hidden Arsenal thing's been out?
January of last year.
Yeah.
It may have actually been January. It may have been December.
Is it actually?
Yeah, it's been over a year.
Oh my lord. Time is accelerating and I am dying.
Time is a flat circle.
Yep. All right.
All right. Somebody replied in the thing, Chaos Emperor Dragon.
Oh yeah, the CED pendulum. Yeah, that one
Yeah.
definitely needs another reprint.
Yeah, it's like $50 or $60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good card.
Yeah, absolutely. The Photon rank monster. It's Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, I think. It is
Yeah.
it was like 70 last time I looked at it.
It's ridiculous.
That one needs a reprint for sure as well.
Yeah.
Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. Somebody else said
Yeah,
that.
Galaxy. Yeah,
It
that one
says
absolutely
55.
needs it. Yep, that one was ridiculous.
What makes you stick with Yu-Gi-Oh over everything else? It makes me think.
It's the only game that makes me feel, like realistically. It's the only game where like, so I can't
Going
do like
fast literally makes me feel alive.
heartbeat. It's in overdrive.
Yeah.
So
Caleb liked that one.
That was good stuff.
so what was this thing? Oh yeah, if I wanted to play a pure skill game where the only thing that mattered is how good I am, I'd have played chess. But I am 24 years old. I missed the mark on that by about 16 years. If I wanted to be that good at chess, I would have been playing back then.
50 years maybe.
I don't know. I mean, if you start playing when you're like 2
Yeah.
years old, you can get that good.
Yeah, you can.
That's true.
But like I missed out on that. I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since I was about that age. And like it's one of the very few games where you can play by yourself. Like it doesn't feel like if you're losing, it's either because luck wasn't on your side or you messed up. It's just how it is. You don't really have a team to blame. So like like I remember I used to play League a lot and I would always be like, "Oh, it's my team's fault," regardless of whether or not it was my fault. I was never in the wrong. Never been wrong in my life. But yeah, like one-on-one competition that is actually like really supported. I just enjoy that a lot, and I don't really like any other card games. I don't like resource systems.
Okay.
Fair.
Caleb?
So for me, it's the whole rotation of Magic. Now they're kind
That's
of
another
focusing
point.
more into the more unlimited formats.
Yeah, like
now,
Commander.
like Commander stuff now. But like, I'm just like I don't like the concept of rotation because then you constantly have to be spending
Yep.
so much money to stay on the forefront.
And not only that, to be completely honest with you, Magic's reprint policy is not
it is.
nearly as aggressive as Yu-Gi-Oh's.
Yep.
People
It's
don't
really
understand, like,
The only
They
thing
get spoiled.
like,
yeah, people are like Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah.
players are really spoiled. We don't.
It's
most
the same
people-
with like One Piece too. Like all of One Piece's stuff, like it's
Yeah.
super limited printings. It's really hard to get everything. Sorry.
Yeah, no. And then Digimon came out after I'd already gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh. And then, again, I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since I was a kid.
Yep.
That was my
Big factor.
stomach.
I was like, dang,
I
Caleb.
didn't smell anything, so I was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
it must have been
that-
yeah,
the
but
stomach.
as soon as it happened, I was like, huh?
Yeah, no, that was my.
We have food if you're hungry.
No, I'm not hungry. That was just my stomach.
We have a bathroom too.
No. It's just been upset for the past couple of days.
Then I got Patty with that one. There you go.
Anyway, as I was saying, and then like I said, I've tried Force of Will.
Caleb's like, change the
Rest
subject,
in
change the
peace,
subject, change the
Force
subject.
Oh no, I want to lose my thought.
Okay.
I lose my train of thought. I've tried Force of Will, didn't like it very much. I tried Vanguard. I thought that was pretty cool,
Sure.
That's just another luck game, though.
but it even more like
Yeah, it's-
almost there's little to no skill in the game. It is all luck
Yep.
on your triggers.
Absolutely.
You have I have literally gone from I'm about to straight up lose, slam, oh look a draw trigger, oh look a draw trigger, oh look a draw trigger, oh look my out for your entire deck.
Yep.
I win.
Yep.
So
I was heavy in that game for a little while, but it got to the point where I played like 3 locals in a row and then just lost in the final round to them hitting lucky triggers. And I was like, you know what? I already hate RNG enough. Let's not play a game with even more RNG.
Yeah.
It's just not fun.
I will say this though, I think Force of Will has one of probably the best resource systems.
Oh yeah, Force of Will and One Piece. One Piece is a lot like
Yeah.
theirs, where you get a
And,
guaranteed amount every time.
Yeah. And then I think Digimon's is really interesting because it's got that back and forth energy system.
It's the I don't know if they call it Chrono Clash, but that's what it was for the Naruto game that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I played that, and it just felt like Rushdown decks were too powerful. Like maybe it was like the set that I played was just too like favored to that.
Maybe.
But
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't mean to take your point. My bad.
I will say one of the funniest card game videos I've ever seen was at a Digimon. Was in the final round of a Digimon tournament where this dude had a giant board, and his opponent had nothing, and he shuffles his hand, and just kind of takes the die, which is all the way over on his side at 12, puts it all the way over on his opponent's, and just drops Omnimon. Just goes.
Sweeps the whole board away.
Because it deletes everything because it just deletes all Digimon that are above a certain level, I think. So he just lost his entire board.
Salute our fallen troops.
And then just swing for game. But no, that was just the right card, that was blind luck, but his opponent's reaction is just as priceless.
Just grabbing all of his cards and just slowly
he
swiping
puts his
them
heads
away.
in his hand like, oh no, and then just like that. Oh, it's priceless.
Yeah, right off the table into the trash can and went and played a good card game.
But no. He just kind of
Get rolled, Digimon.
Yeah. Why do you record the podcast at midnight? Okay, so see what
This
happened
is their
was.
fault. I
So
was here at 6:30.
Today, it's mostly my fault, but generally it's also mostly my fault. See, I usually get off work pretty late, and while I'm on vacation this week, which makes it a little easier, I usually get off work pretty late, and then I have to like put my kiddo to bed, showered and cleaned up, and
eat dinner,
presentable, and eat dinner, and then sometimes it takes us like time, like hours, to come up with like an actual podcast topic. It's not fun always, but we get there. Have you tried is the Gate Guardian support good?
For casual play, it's great.
Yeah.
For competitive,
it's good for
Cashier of Birth lets you normal summon the pieces.
Yeah,
cool.
which is hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's good for what it's not as bad as it could have been, right?
Oh yeah, it could definitely have been worse.
It's better than Red Eyes.
Okay, didn't have to boom one of my favorite things, but all right, you know what?
Am I wrong?
He's not wrong, but
in my opinion, it's probably as good as it could have been.
yeah, honestly,
No.
without printing anything absurd,
Yeah.
it's as good as it could have been.
I would like to point out some of the cards are absurd.
Yeah, but they're not all of them. Like they could have Ishizu supported it
Yeah.
and then just ruined the game.
Here's my question. What's the issue with that? Look at me and tell me a reason that's a bad
Weakest
thing.
Gate Guardian enjoyer.
Honestly, though, I was surprised they didn't also retrain Song of Thunder, Kazijin, and
Oh yeah,
Suijin,
that's what I was expecting.
and just
too.
make them Cyber Dragons.
Yeah,
It's
because they
really-
wanted to give them the fusions, which is what the stuff originally was like it was like
Yeah.
Ultimate Dragon, but like
It's very funny to me how they were like, no. We're going to retrain everything else mildly associated right down to Wall Shadow and the Labyrinth tank. But these three right here,
you get vanillas.
you get bricks.
you get Armades. Isn't
Yeah.
that what they're? They just can't respond in battle.
No, it makes your opponent's monsters attack 0.
Yeah.
Is that what all of them do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were Armades.
No.
Okay.
They're worse.
Somehow.
And surprisingly, no Launcher Spider. I was expecting Launcher Spider to be in there too.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess Launcher Spider was a para and Dox.
And
I think they already did Launcher Spider, right?
they might. For the Zoa stuff.
Yeah.
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 But then there was also Dungeon Crawler or Dungeon Worm and Monster Tamer.
I don't remember those.
I mean, we got Jiragumo, and they made
Yeah.
Jiragumo a trap card, which is awesome.
Yeah. The only reason why I'm even aware of Dungeon Worm at all is because the Labyrinth archetype cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels of the Roses could actually enter dungeon tiles,
Yeah.
and Dungeon Worm was one of them.
Okay.
I miss those old games.
Have you tried Cross Sheep with the new Gate Guardian support? I have not. You should probably play Cross Sheep, but I haven't tried it because I went to go build the Gate Guardian stuff. I picked up all the Gate Guardian cards, and then I looked up deck lists, and the rest of the deck is like $700. So
Wait, what
I'm
level
Lord.
4 are they running
good. For what?
for
Cross
Cross
Sheep.
Sheep?
There's probably some combos in there.
It's gotta be
Wait, what do
something.
you need a level 4 for?
Cross sheep can only bring back 4 or lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't bring back high level.
Yeah, but it does other stuff too, doesn't it?
Okay. So whenever an extra monster is summoned in one of its link zones,
Sure.
Or ritual.
yeah, or ritual, thank you, it fires off a different effect.
Does it do pendulums too?
No.
No.
Oh, because the deck is running pendulums.
Yeah. No, it does.
The deck's running a
link-
pendulum engine. The deck's running a Magician's Souls engine.
It does link.
And a cash engine.
That's probably what they're doing is bringing back Magician Souls.
Yeah. It does ritual. It does Xyz, synchro, and fusion.
Yeah, Fusion just specials back 1. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably just bringing back something to extend.
Synchro buffs, Xyz debuffs, and
Don't read my
link.
screen.
I think Link makes you draw a card. Or
Does
not
it?
No.
Link, not Link, Ritual.
Yeah, it
Ritual
does.
makes you draw 2, discard 2.
Okay, yeah, there you
I
go.
know because our guy did it to me and drew into Lancia. And I was like,
Yeah.
cool, love that.
Like, the only reason why I even know what Cross Sheep does off the top of my head like that is entirely because I ran it in my combo Shit-All deck
Yeah, that deck was cool.
to bring
Back
back
in the
Trick Clown.
I
Yeah.
just used back in the day for a deck that was like 2 years old. I'm getting old, bro. I
Yeah.
need help.
I thought it was 3 years old.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
It was
Look,
2020.
hey,
It was COVID times.
Back in my day, I was normal summoning a mathematician,
Hey.
Math Man.
mathman, and sending a Harpor. Now, I'm passing.
Back in my day, I was normal summoning mathematician and sending a well, it was
Beast-
still a Shadal card, but it was 10 years ago.
Beast draw 1. Yeah, Squamatus and Beast draw 1.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Combos.
Are there any new decks you're gonna build? I just built Naturia Runic with a lot of Patty's cards, so that's cool.
That was only like 3. No, 4.
No, it was 3.
Oh, yeah,
4,
plus
5,
the
6, 7,
supers,
8. It was
yeah.
8.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
8 cards.
Yeah, I mean Sunflower, Fountains, Hugins.
Oh, I forgot about Sunflower. Yeah.
I think I'm going to stick with Labyrinth and Marincess for now. Unless somehow Medolce all of a sudden becomes playable again.
Don't hold your breath.
I'm not.
Not really, honestly. Dino's gonna be good when its support.
Oh, I've
comes
already
out.
got I've already got that whole core
Yeah,
locked up.
I need to get one more Archosaur, and I've got everything. I went and bought an Ultilagia when I
I
saw
think
it.
I have a
was
spare
like, yeah,
Archosaur.
Yeah,
I have a spare Archosaur. Remind me before you leave.
we're gonna talk about that.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm just enjoying cash enough. Like, I have. Sad part is I have pretty much all the meta decks at the moment, except Labyrinth, which doesn't interest me at all.
Fair.
It's not really the style of trap deck I like. I just sold Trap Tricks because I'm not gonna play that.
Fair.
But we'll see. Like, it's ever fluctuating. There's no shot I'll know what I'm playing like after the YCS. I think
Sure.
I'm gonna pick up Sword Soul again for a regional
course.
afterwards.
Do you
have
need
a-
the core?
I want to pick up the Ultra Core.
I have the Ultra Core.
You have an extra one?
Yeah, like my spare core is an Ultra Core.
Oh.
Let's go.
We're gonna
Yo.
talk after.
It's Sword Soul time. Swap.
For Caleb, you must delete from existence either Marincess, Labyrinth, or Medolce.
It's an easy choice. Easy choice. Come on, 2 of them are based and 1 of them isn't.
That's true.
Although the one that isn't based does have the cutest girl in it, so
That's also true.
that's a hard point.
See, the reason that he doesn't want to delete
Yeah, that's a hard
Labyrinth
point.
is because he has a collector's rare. The reason he doesn't want to
That's-
delete Medolce is because it's his baby. The reason he doesn't want to delete Marincess is because it's the only good one.
Labyrinth is good.
Sure.
Cope. No, I'm kidding. The deck
So is
good.
Harpy's Feather Duster. Continue.
Flip Starlight Road, a normal trap.
Oh!
You're cooked.
Some Stardust.
Summons the Stardust is wild.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
It's like, wait a minute.
What else are you using your extra deck
2 for
space
1 special. I don't know. Drytron engine. Trick your opponent.
Nah.
Bro, back when I first built Labyrinth, I was going to do a Medolce engine in the extra.
It,
The old Herman Hansen special.
we were talking about it for a while, but it just came down to we thought that what's his name, the guy that did well with it.
Herman Hansen, I think.
Well, there's Hansen, and then there was Shuping.
No, that's racist. Different Asian guy. What was his name?
No, Shuping got top 16.
Yeah, he got top 16
Yeah.
with Adventure Cash.
Simon He?
No, he was Dark World. It was he got second. They got second at the event. Whatever. He was talking about it, and he was like, the advantages outweigh it of like
Having
playing
a real-
having a real one. The advantages outweighed it. Cause like once
That's
you get
why.
to top
That's the
tables,
exact reason Caleb went with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so, I mean, I guess right this second, I unfortunately would actually have to pick Dolce right this second.
Just kidding. That was the not based one. I hate that deck.
Only exclusively because I'm currently playing Marincess and Labyrinth.
That's insane. I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Welcome,
Yeah,
Speak from your
welcome
heart.
to the dark
Wait
side.
till you hear my choices.
Uh-huh.
I have to delete either Sword Soul, Edison format, or Gate Guardian support.
That's not fair.
I'm sorry, Gate Guardian.
That's
Edison
what I'm
format's
saying.
too based.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
Yeah.
best legacy format.
Listen, I have entirely too much money invested into both Sword Soul and Edison format. I picked up the Gate Guardian core for $12.
we can go without
listen.
$12.
Listen, I love the Gate Guardian support, but if I can delete it for the chance of it getting a different retrain
We
in
get
like
new
a year,
Gate Guardian support.
yeah, new Gate Guardian support in like a year, sign me up.
We're up.
Yeah. So I'll take the chance at more Gate Guardian support down the line
That's fair.
because this isn't playable anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you can play it in some casuals, but other than that, it's just... That's how I felt whenever... what was it? I can't remember. Just... Editor, cut that.
Don't cut that.
Dang it. All right, well, he got me. He does hold rank, so, you know.
True. Very few people hold rank over me in this podcast. Basically, it's just the editor because
He
you
can
know,
just say no, or they can
he
just
can
say
just
no. I don't know
mute
who it
my
is.
audio for the entire episode if he wanted to.
if you really
Based.
wanted to.
It would take him a long time, but he could do it.
I believe in him.
Don't give him any ideas.
Hey, look. Editor, Dancing Monkey. off the
Jokes
dancing
on
monkey.
you. He doesn't actually watch the entire episode. He just looks for the pieces that we tell him about.
I was just going to get, just thought it'd be cool. Just a cinematic.
You know what? Just when you do that, there's a better chance of him doing the monkey from Family Guy with the way you pointed.
That's fair.
The closet monkey.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough. It's a monkey on screen. That's all.
Didn't they retire him?
Yeah, he literally retired in the show.
Yeah.
Canonically, he retired. He moved out. He got a family.
No. He had a family
It just went back to
and then
him?
got divorced.
Oh, and that's how he ended up in the closet.
Yeah.
This is too much Family Guy lore for me.
Yeah. No, it was a whole episode. It was weird.
Yeah, no, it was a whole dedicated episode just to the monkey and Chris working out their issues.
There wasn't even a B plot.
No, there wasn't. Nobody else was present. Like, you could see Peter in the background, like, doing his shenanigans, and it was just like they were just focused on the monkey and Chris. Patty had a seizure.
Monkey.
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 Winton.
So, what is your new favorite playmat, and why is it the Waffle House menu that I bought you?
Oh my. That is a good pick. The Waffle House menu is pretty goated. I'll go ahead and pull that bad boy out.
Oh yeah, you're getting the Waffle House menu out.
Yeah.
So I made a joke
my
about it in our vlog that I was gonna steal a menu for a friend,
It's about perfectly sized.
and I actually ended up buying one. We stopped at Waffle House before we left the Houston Regional, and I ended up buying a Waffle House menu.
What's your order?
My order?
Yeah.
Flip it. All-Star breakfast
All-Star breakfast? That's a really good pick. How about
every
you, Dad?
time.
I normally get the 2-egg.
The 2-egg? That's
You know what's
fair.
funny?
Sausage instead of bacon.
You
Yeah.
know what's funny? Our waitress told us when we were like, "Hey, can I get a Waffle House? Can I get a menu to take it home with me?" And of course she asked why, and I had to explain what Yu-Gi-Oh is, which is that's a true thing that actually happened.
That's the hardest thing to do.
That actually happened.
Yeah.
And
did?
dude, to this like Houston Waffle House waitress at 2:00 in the morning, I'm telling you, it was something.
it was a lot to explain.
So I had to extremely well compensate her to get a menu, right? She put it in a bag for me, and she's like snuck it to me, and she was like, "It'll be fine. We're gonna throw out all these menus in 3 months anyway." I was like, "Why?" She said, "All the prices are going up."
Oh, that's what you hate to hear.
But I mean, eggs are like $38 a dozen now, so
Eggs are $46,000 a dozen.
I wouldn't know. I haven't bought eggs in months.
yeah. Well, not all of us have chickens.
You have chickens?
Yeah.
That's sick. I want chickens. I was actually thinking about getting them, but I have a corgi, and I'm pretty sure she would murder them because she's a villain.
I will say, dogs will murder chickens.
Oh yeah, it happened at.
You know what else murders chickens? Other chickens.
Yeah, they are vicious little dudes.
I'm not going to tell this story on the podcast. That story's
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
probably a
gruesome.
little
That story's
gruesome.
kind of
Yeah.
gruesome.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and thank all of our patrons. So a huge thank you to, let me pull this over
That was
here.
one way to do a segue. Chicken death and thanks guys.
Yeah. Well, it would be funny if the first name was Chicken Nugget, but it's not.
Oh man.
All right, so Perry's Quertus Floodgate of the
I'm
Branded.
saying that one.
You want to say all of them?
No, I'm saying that one.
You sure?
Specifically.
You can say all of them.
My throat. Oh, never mind. I'm good. Thank you. I'll
Okay.
just say the one.
Perry's Quertus, Floodgate of the Branded, Cam Yang, Dragon Maid Stunzeed, Kane Martin, Zyphorus, Blackwing Silverwind, the Ascendant is the best Floodgate.
Earth Machine is the best deck, and that is just factual. Thank
Factually
you.
cope. Epi, has anyone actually read Toy Vendor? Have you actually
Sure.
read Toy Vendor?
Yeah. card's
You should
broken.
play that deck.
Fluffle?
Yeah.
I've thought about it a bunch of times. That deck's cool.
I have the Fluffle Master as one of the admins of my server. Giant Skyhawk.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Humongous avian.
I'm just bad with keeping up with other communities.
That's fair.
I'm just a hermit.
I'm staying with him at YCS London.
Oh,
I
well,
can get the
flex.
I can get
flex,
the,
bro.
yeah. I can get the Fluffle Goo for you if you want.
Oh yeah.
You should take that deck in top of regional.
Make all the prices go up to something as well as
after the cash, that gets rotated out of will.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Where was I at? Oh, HGH Cyber, I am McLincoln. If all you have is a Cosmic, every problem looks like a Floodgate. It's funny to watch a Cashier player scoop after flipping Floodgate.
Bruh.
Monstertron, Mountain Man, Oatmeal Spaghetti, Owen Alvarado, Unbanned number 95, Konami.
Stop.
Understanding and reading are two different things.
True.
Virtually Savior's World, where Flame Swordsman support, Konami.
Factual.
Already got it, actually. There was the link, too.
Yeah.
Okay, like, give me Gate
That
Guardian
card's
levels.
playable. That card's playable.
Hey, it was good in Inferno when it first came out.
Yeah, it's still good in the Makonko deck.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's a
Yeah.
bridge. Yeah, you're right.
Rogue and Tier 2 are the polite terms for bad deck.
Okay. Never mind. Thank you for your support. The camera cut off. Thank you for your support.
Did it again?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
did,
got
yeah.
like a 30-minute timer.
That's fine.
What do you mean it's fine? No, it's not.
Dancing monkey.
Well, I fixed this.
Try closing the screen and opening the screen back up.
It's this button right here, right?
Yeah.
I'm just reading
Okay,
some
it's
of these
recording
names.
Well, now it's recording.
Oh, there's some. Y'all have some banger names.
Yeah, yeah.
I love MBT's contribution where he just like
Okay, we're
makes
back.
people
Oh,
make
yeah.
funny names. It's so good.
Aaron Gardner, Asami, Ashlish Chaps,
Very
Atsuyo
good.
Simp of the Silver Castle, Boxwan, Duty Booty. That's Dylan.
I believe it.
He's a $1 patron just so he can make me say Duty Booty every time. Dragon Maidenless Behavior. That one's been
Fire.
my favorite for like
That's
a year
fire.
now.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
Hurio's Pebble Cereal. I'm about to wreak a glamour tribute for Costy's planting nuts in your mouth.
Come on, bro.
Cam, the Hockey Walkie Slush Mixer.
Is that Cam?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
he
Cam.
also
Okay.
did that just to make me say stuff.
Hockey walkie.
Yeah.
Walkie slush.
Old Man Red, pin code 143, Santa Claus, Valen Tojo Mama, and X Bizkits. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the podcast. And be sure to tune in on Tuesday for the next episode. Until then, have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks for watching.